Skylight Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. I am hoping, girl, because you got to hold your breath for justice. To see justice before all fades to black. Yes, it's your girl, Cat Lag. I am coming through today. It is March the 8th, 2026, and baby, it almost faded to black last night. I went to Mardi Gras and a bead. Gosh, there's always something on my face. Are you kidding me? A bead hit me slap right here in my eye. I felt it right across here. Almost hit my eye. Y'all know I'm already legally blind, but this is the eye that I wear my contact in, so I can only see but barely out this one eye. And oh, you can see it in this light. You see my contact there? That little contact. So I thought it broke in my eye. Everybody's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think so. I hope so." It couldn't hit me across this eye. I don't see nothing but watercolors and lights, and I don't see anything out of this. But it sure didn't hit that one. It hit this one that I rely on. So glory be to God, I still can see because it would have been that fade to black. Because that's what that means in my intro. Before it all fades to black. That's before I lose my eyesight completely. I don't know how I'm going to advocate at that point. That's why I literally just wanted my husband home before that happens. So that, and they said, when that happens, I'm going to need somebody to care for me. So I need him home. So that's what that before it all fades to black. But girl, it almost faded to black last night. It truly almost faded to black last year when I was in ICU and almost up out of here. So I was up this morning researching, trying to gather my research of wrongful convictions. Y'all know I spent more than half my life. I'm 44. And I started the fight of my life at 21 when my husband was wrongfully incarcerated. April coming up, it's just about to be 24 years. So I spent more than half of my life learning about wrongful convictions, advocating, and then later when I realized I'm making no ground on breaking my husband's case, because that's what I was told by the lead of ACLU, that yes, it looks like he was railroaded, but he has no chance except for you break his case in the media. What I've been trying to do unsuccessfully for decades on decades. Um, and realizing how difficult this is. This is the rough side of the mountain. I'm climbing up on the rough side. Girl, on the rough side. I set out to prove that wrongful convictions first do happen because they don't believe my husband's wrongfully incarcerated, because wrongful convictions and incarceration don't happen. So he could not be wrongfully incarcerated. So that's when I started to learn other stories and realize, oh my gosh. 3:16 on the dot as I started recording this, which reminds me of John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. That's what that reminds me of. But distracted, I'm sorry. But that was a good distraction. But it showed me that so many, it gave me, because I thought this was just us. And I realized I'm not alone. Marcello's not alone. And we don't have the worst case scenario, though we have a horrible case. So I have a bunch of research, a bunch of cases, and I had to quickly try to go through my research and pull out almost like the go-to things I need to be able to consult about, basically, because someone wanted to go over my research with me. So you can't go over 24 years of hands on experience and research, right? So I decided to sit down and write out everything, which took me from 11 this morning to 3:16 this evening. I'm slow because I have ADHD. So many times I wanted to get up from this table. I'm like, I need to push back from the table. I cannot sit here no longer. This is too much. But I stayed focused and I was able to finish it. I wanted 3x5 cards, which I'm still going to get. But I found these little, girl, when I stay in a hotel, I take all their goodies. So I have this. This was from when my cousin, rest in peace, the underscore almighty Matt, we went to Atlanta and I took all of the little notepads. I take the pens, the notepads, the soul girl. It's included. I paid for the hotel, so I paid for that too, girl. So I wrote it all out on this. What stands out, because what I was asked was what stands out about these cases. And I'm like, whoa, some got to think back a little bit further than others in my Betty Wright voice. So I just finished. Thank God he seen me through, because I sure wanted to get up and push back from this table, go do something else. That's what a distracted ADHD mind will do. But thank God I was able to sit and finish. Now, the last video that I compiled list that I had was 32 wrongful conviction stories that I covered. I had covered more since. So I had to add another 6 wrongful convictions into that list, integrated into that list, which makes it now 38 stories of wrongful convictions that I have covered. I ended up leaving out some of the wrongful arrests, because wrongful arrests happen very often, but there are some that they don't result in conviction. So that would take more. So I said, let me target in on those that were actually wrongfully. I think I have a couple that the guy was actually wrongfully arrested and incarcerated in jail, but conviction had not come yet. Thankfully, he was freed before conviction. Because once convicted, once that gavel hits the desk, once the gavel hits the desk, her case closed. How you get is what you get, and her Lord knows that wasn't the life that your mama had planned for you. But 10, 20 life is what the judge recommends you. Here's your girl Cadillac. I got a song for everything. But yeah, I'm done. So now I'm going to reach out, and hopefully, I took too long. So hopefully they still want this info, girl. I'm gonna go in the shower. Money just came home. Kids, they're not home yet, but I don't know if we're gonna do something tonight. So I am gonna go ahead, send that quick message that, hey, I'm finally done. I'm late, but I'm just getting here. And then I'm going to do whatever else on my day off. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. It's your girl Cadillac.